Hi, I'm Brittany, and we're here today with Alexis. Alexis, can you give us a background about you?
Yes. Hi. I have been a board member now. I'm going on my third year. I started in 2022, and I was born and raised here in Salinas, California. I grew up here. I spent a lot of time playing soccer here at the complex. And after graduating high school, I went to Sacramento, Sac State, stayed there for a bit after graduating to get some work experience. And as of 2020, during kind of pandemic time, I missed home and decided to move back. And so I've been back now for almost 5 years and currently working for the Alsa Union School District.
Okay. That's awesome. We're glad. So this is happy to have you back.
Thanks, Brittany.
But how do you feel like when you went to Sac State? Like, did you miss Salinas? Did you miss like the Valley?
Yeah, I think at first, being so young, I left at 18. I wanted to explore and get to know so many people, and I think that was a really fun experience in college. Really being out there. Sacramento is a lot bigger than Salinas, so I got to meet really cool people. But I think as I got older, especially kind of my later years in my 20s, I really wanted to come back home and be closer to my parents. And my siblings also went off to college, so I think family kind of became more a priority once I finished school.
Yeah. I as someone who's like in college, I kind of like see that, like wanting to come back and miss your family, and sometimes it's hard when you just want to come back to them.
Yeah.
But how long were you playing soccer for?
Well, I've been playing since I've been 4 years old.
Wow.
So I've definitely played various sports, and soccer was always one that I kind of stuck to, and got a chance to play travel soccer throughout my years. And then after getting hurt, I kind of needed some time to not overdo. I had to get surgery for my knee. And once I went to college, I was able to play soccer more at a fun level. So I continue to play and kind of still do. I take breaks every now and then, though.
Yeah. Do you still come to play at the complex?
Not at the complex. I know some of the games are that adults play are Sundays. Sometimes it's kind of hard because I try to be with my family.
Yeah.
But I do play indoor. And so I've been able to keep a lot of friendships through soccer.
Okay.
Yeah.
For being on the board member and then growing up playing here on the complex, how do you feel about that? Like, how do you see the growth?
Yeah, I definitely see the growth. I think I started playing still like at a really young age at 4 years old, and so I think as I got older, I think one of the biggest things for our complex has been the growth on the quality of fields that we have. Before, when I was playing, the city still owned it, and it was before the nonprofit came in. So I've had a lot of sprained ankles and continue to have because of just such bad fields that we played on, and a lot of holes and everything. So I've definitely seen the progress and just a lot more improvements that the complex and the organization has been able to hold for our families. And I think I feel very proud and happy to be able to be a board member and continue supporting in any way possible.
Yeah, I mean, Salinas is like soccer's a really big thing here in Salinas, and it's a good thing for the community to have that opportunity to go and play and not be able to like twist their ankles and stuff like that. So I think it's really awesome that the board members are doing this. So where do you envision the Salinas complex in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, well, I know we're currently trying to and starting to expand a lot of our fields and provide more facilities for our families. On the weekends we get so many people, and it gets very packed in here, and so I think it's really great that we've been able to expand. We currently have the 2 new turf fields, and I think playing on turf brings different abilities when you play on natural grass versus turf. But I think it's really nice to have options when playing. And hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, we can continue expanding. We have plans for more natural grass fields and hopefully an indoor facility. And I think that's really what a lot of people here really want and really deserve, just to bring more families and even people from out of Salinas area, out of Monterey County, to come and get to know, the precious place that we live in.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think we should bring more people and
Yeah.
have more of a play for
Totally.
the community. So what do you find most rewarding about contributing your time and efforts to the complex as a volunteer board member?
Yeah, I think it's been really rewarding getting to meet a lot of the board members, definitely getting to meet some of the staff. Getting to collaborate has been the biggest rewards, and getting to see the progress on the expansion. I don't play here anymore, but I think this is my other way of still being connected to the complex and getting to share with a lot of my friends who I grew up playing with. I get to tell them like updates on what's going on, or now I see their kids playing here, and it's just really nice to see that full circle. And hopefully if I do end up having kids, I would love for them to be here. And some of the things I've always wanted to do is like coach soccer. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll wait until it's a good time.
Good time.
So I think that's really nice to kind of be able to help in different ways.
Yeah, I definitely see. So I have a little sister. She's roughly about 10.
Nice.
So I'm trying to, put her into more sports and soccer. What advice would you like give to younger girls to be able to, play sports like soccer and come here?
Yeah, I think just giving a variety of options. I think when I first started when I was little, my parents put us in basketball and softball, and they were really open and playing any sport that we wanted. We even did music and just so many different activities. So I think for your sister is like really putting them out there, like having them play a game, or seeing what they like, and seeing if they're interested to play in a league, putting them in the league. We started, my siblings and I, playing in rec, so very fresh start. And coming at 4 years old, I think even a lot of my friends started when they're older. If they're schools, I know a lot of our schools have sport teams. So if she wants to try out soccer, then that's a really good chance there too. And I think that's where they can see if they're interested and have a passion for it.
Yeah, I get that with the whole passion part. 'Cause for me, I didn't grow up playing soccer, but I still see that, growing up here in Salinas, soccer is always a huge thing. And, you don't know where that takes you. And that's what I try to tell her. You never know. You got to give it a try. So I feel like that's something younger generations should just give it a try.
Yeah, I think soccer and any sport really helps as an individual kind of share their talent, but also when you're in school and you have education, I think that gives them an opportunity to kind of have more of a mindset to stay focused. That you learn so many skills in soccer and any sport on leadership and teamwork. And so I think starting at a young age, you continue to build those skills that helps when you're a lot older.
Yeah, that's definitely true because I didn't like I said I didn't grow up playing soccer, but I did learn those skills of other sports I played. So I think that's a really big thing, for our community.
Yeah, and I think looking up to your sister being 10 and you being a lot older, I think she look up to you, and that happens a lot in families. The little ones look up to the older siblings. They look up to their aunts and uncles, and I think soccer becomes part of our culture. And so if that's something that seems of interest, then really being out there with your family, I think that's what makes this place so special. Is we have a lot of families, not just the little ones, but then the moms and dads come and play too. So they really look up to the older folks.
And it's really cute because you see the family just having quality time.
Yeah.
You're just like, wow, that's awesome to see.
Yeah.
But family.
Yeah, totally.
But do you have a favorite soccer team?
Oh man.
Sorry,
it's okay. No, when I saw that on possible list of questions, I was like, dang. I don't think I really have a team that I'm super hardcore. I think in general I just like playing soccer. In person, I like going to a lot of them on our Bay of Sea games. They're local. The San Jose Earthquakes, another local team. When I was up in Sacramento, I'd go watch them play too. So I don't think I have a specific team. I like going to watch other pro teams in Mexico. So I think in general, just watching soccer is what I love.
Yeah, especially when it seems like community soccer, like you love to get yourself out there and be like, oh, I play soccer.
Yeah, totally.
Just having that connection to the community too. So I think that's cool.
For a bit, I was also living in Arizona, and so I lived there for 2 years, and I didn't really know anyone, and kind of starting fresh. I didn't have family out there. That was right before the pandemic, and I think for me was trying to find ways to meet people, and being out of college and working, it was kind of hard to find friends. So I think it got to a point where I was like, like, what should I try new? And I remember like being on Facebook, and I found this group of people. They did like pickup games for soccer, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go try it. And I would wake up early, and I think it was really fun, with the heat in Arizona. People would play like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. just to avoid the heat. And that's kind of what I started to do, is once a week they would play, and I would go meet up with them. And again, that power of connection, I think, is huge, because I ended up meeting someone that used to live like in Gilroy, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm from Salinas. And so there's just like so many things that we were able to connect with. So I think just sports and any hobby that people have, you find a way to connect with others, even though you've never met them.
That's true. Yeah. I was gonna say, that person being from Gilroy, that's like a really, what was this saying? Like a small world.
Yeah.
After all, like something like that.
Such a small world to meet people.
Wow. And all the way down to Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do it with the heat over there.
Yeah.
Super hot.
It was really hot. I found my ways, I was like, well, I want to keep playing soccer. And once I saw like a lot of people just wake up early and try to beat the heat. And so it was fun. It was fun feeling, that connection with the sport, and it felt really good to be playing again.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
You're playing again. What are some facts about, about the complex that the public might not know about?
Some facts. Yeah. Well, I think it's really cool that we've built the walking path, being that I kind of grew up playing in the complex that wasn't available. It was just all dirt in that area. And I definitely love seeing so many moms and other people just walking and using that path. They have their strollers out there with their little ones. So I think that's just a really fun fact, that trying to make it accessible for walking, and providing that alternative option. If their kids are playing on the field, then at least they can do something in the meantime. Yeah. So I think that's a really neat fact. And I think it's more of the fact that people feel safe, and they can come here and feel like they can get some exercise in and still feel like they kind of belong, even though, they might not be the ones playing. Yeah,
that's true. I didn't know about that either till recently, but I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. That. I don't play soccer, but I'll walk.
Yeah, definitely a place to walk, or even a place to run.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool. And we kind of have all the little stations that we've able to have available for our community. And I see that in comparison of like parks. Like so many people go to parks because there's playgrounds and you get to hang out with your family and friends.
Yeah.
And the walking paths that they have is very crucial. You get to see that people get to get their exercise, stay healthy. So I'm really glad we got to bring that into the complex as well.
Yeah, because I feel like, it's for staying fit. That's something you need for when you get older, or even at any age. I think that's just something everyone needs. It's a good thing that the complex does offer that for us in the community, so I think it's good.
And I think just bringing more awareness in our health for our families here in our community, I think that's really big. And another like fact that I know we try to promote a lot was the mobile clinic that we have with Salinas Valley Health. So on the weekends they're able to come and provide more opportunities for our families to make sure that they're getting checked and they're nice and healthy. And so I think we really try to push that as well, so our families know that they can come here to another safe space to get the resources they need.
Yeah, that's really important, giving resources for our community, because I know not a lot of people are aware of these. And I tell, not that I'm an intern, I tell, my friends or their family members this, and they're like, they didn't know. So it's good to, share that awareness and the resources that people can have.
Totally.
Yeah. If you could be any athlete, who would it be?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a hard one.
They could still be alive. It's okay.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a favorite athlete either, but I definitely think that it's been kind of tough for me. When you have an injury, it's hard to always come back and be 100%. So I always give props to any of the athletes, especially if you go pro. Like, that's amazing. And just seeing the speed, and especially in women's sports right now, it's been so crazy seeing all these teams open up. And it really gives the younger generation, younger women especially, to have something to look forward to. Meeham is obviously a really big one. And nowadays you just see all these other women's in sports that wasn't as available or just to watch them play. So I think that's really awesome.
I think so too. Especially since I see videos like on Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
And, it's like a little kid and they meet their favorite athlete.
Yeah.
I think that's like super cute because they look up to them and then they play that sport and then they get into it. And you never know, like I said, you never know if you could go pro. Even if you're going pro, you just play for fun.
Yeah. I think social media has a huge piece on that because back in the day, like I wasn't looking up players to see what they were up to. That wasn't really a thing. So I think it's really nice now with social media. You can really see what everyone's doing and what they're up to, and seeing all of the teams expand as well.
Yeah. Is there any shows or movies you're watching at the moment?
Oh, I mean,
it doesn't have to be soccer related.
It wasn't. Yeah, nothing really like soccer related. But no, I think I usually stay pretty busy with other things. I try to be outdoors a lot, so that was something that I try to do. Definitely hard with the time change right now, but during spring and summer, that's kind of my biggest thing, is making sure I'm outside, getting some steps, getting some vitamin D. But I think it's really hard in where we sometimes like work. It's always in the office, and so getting that time outside has been really beneficial. And I love to hike, and now I'm focusing more on walking so I don't overdo it on my knee.
Come here, walk.
Yeah, exactly. Come here and walk. So that has been really fun. But I try to do a lot of outdoor activities with my family or friends, or even go on my own to make sure I'm still getting what I need for my well-being.
Walking is still very important, as much as running or playing soccer. So I completely agree. Is there any final thoughts or messages you'd like to share?
I think just kind of what I was thinking too is, I know I've mentioned a lot of our families come here, and it's really a home for people. And I think our goal as board members and our team and just everyone in the community who's involved and has helped us with expansion is we want to make this, one of the best place and favorite places for people to come. And I think we've been able to expand. I think really shows that we want to focus on bringing more to our community and our families. So I think I'm just really excited and wish time can advance faster so we can see the other fields and the indoor building. But I think with time, and it's been really neat to see how far we've gone so far.
Yeah, I just like you said, time and patience, a lot of patience, but it'll be worth it at the end. It'll be worth it. So,
totally
it'll
worth
be
it.
Really fun for the community and the board members to see how much hard work has put into it.
Yeah, totally.
And as well as the workers who are contributing to it.
Yes. Everyone, we've had so many community partners, and so I think that's what makes it, again, we all want the best for our community, and we want people to want to be here. So I think we've been really able to show that too.
Yeah. Thank you, Alexis. We appreciate you coming out here and taking your time with us.
Thank you so much, Brittany. This was fun.
All right, we're good.
Okay. Okay.